Let's talk about Lattice Semiconductor. I've got a few opinions, but I'm going to let you go first here.
Yeah, so first off, if you may not be familiar with Lattice CEO, ex-AMDer Jim Anderson, who made AMD famous with Zen, is CEO, and he's just been crushing it over there, and they had a tremendous quarter. So Lattice does the lowest power FPGAs out there, and they can replace controllers. They can replace ASICs, right? You can essentially do an FPGA design a year to a year and a half faster than you can do an ASIC, and it's programmable, which is pretty cool. And they've been crushing it. They've been moving up the food chain, whether it's in 5G base stations, whether it's in cars. Pretty much every Intel and AMD server in a hyperscale data center has a Lattice Semi security chip. Remember a couple years ago the spy chip gate that Bloomberg brought out that freaked everybody out? Well, essentially the first chip now that powers on these hyperscale servers is a Lattice Semi chip. Financially, Jim Anderson has gotten the company in a great spot here. Cleaned up a bunch. Wasn't tremendous amount of growth, but what he did is he kept growth, but he completely turned the offerings upside down, increased the rate of products by, I don't know, 5x if I compare it to the prior administration. But let's talk about earnings now. Revenue up 19%, gross margin was up, op inc was up 2x, net income was up 2x as well. A ton of new products for the quarter. And I think a real tip of the hat, a metric is they joined the S&P mid-cap 400, which I think is a nice testament to they're getting bigger and they're getting badder. And I think Lattice's big challenge now is, challenge for a company that grew 19% is to grow even more, right? They really cleaned up everything, got profitable, got the machine working really well, increasing the amount of products. And I'm expecting 21 and 22 to be growth mode for the company. When their new designs, the clutch goes in and they start to see the fruits of their labor.
Yeah, next week the company hosts an investor day. I'll be tuning in among a few other events. What a busy week. We got IBM Think, we got more. We got some events to talk to everybody about in the near future. Quick commentary, I'll put some links in the show note. I did a research note on Futurum about Lattice's results. I also published a piece on MarketWatch today highlighting some underappreciated semiconductor companies where I specifically pointed to Lattice, which, by the way, generated over 115 million in revenue. And it's, as Pat has suggested, inside of servers, automobiles, IoT, and automation, industrial applications, in 5G. Their chips are kind of everywhere. They're FPGAs, and the programmability is really a differentiator. They've found their niche, they found an identity. The company is leaning into that differentiation and becoming really the best at what it does. And if you're looking at a company and you're trying to understand an opportunity in a market, sometimes you want the most diversified and the most general purpose, but sometimes you want a company that just says, we are going to be the best at what we do. And that's really what I look at Lattice. It's been very, very steadfast in staying the course, and it's been able to carve out some real growth. I mean, you're talking in the 20% plus rate in that market.